Hi, everybody. I'm Tom Pico, president of the chamber, and spending a few minutes with each of the candidates running for a seat on our chamber board of directors this year. And we're recording these so that you, our members, can get to know our candidates better before voting in our election. Annually, our members have the opportunity to elect 3 people to the chamber's 18-person board, and then our existing board elects 3 more members from the remaining pool of candidates. So we have 6 new board members each year. The first phase of our election, where you, the members, will vote, will run through October 20th. And remember that each business or nonprofit member gets just 1 ballot to vote for 3 candidates. I am pleased today to be joined by Celia Knight from Night Marine Service and the Maine Lobster Festival. So representing 2 members. So Celia, thanks for spending a few minutes with me.
You're most welcome.
Right. So tell us a little bit about you. You're just personally, you're a local, and so just tell us a little bit about your family and where you live and all that kind of stuff. So
Okay. My name is Celia Knight, and I am a lifelong Rockland resident. I've grown up in Rockland, seen a lot of changes over the years. I'm very proud of how far Rockland has come as a city. I live in a house in town. I have 2 sons, and I live with my boyfriend, and my younger son is 12 years old, so he's at the middle school here in Rockland. I'm president of Night Marine Service, our family business. We've been in business for 55 years this year, so that's an accomplishment all in itself. Here at Night Marine Service, we are a full service yard. We store over 200 boats each winter. We paint boats. We do all kinds of repairs. I mean, anything that you need for your boat. We have a takeout restaurant. We have a full dock service. We sell fuel. Everybody wants to be outdoors. Everybody wants to be doing things, with their family. People are buying boats like crazy, fixing them up.
yeah, I would say, some businesses have actually seen some benefit from the pandemic, and people that, are getting people outdoors and enjoying the outdoors, certainly. Right. So it's been great. So, yeah. And as you said, I mean, as president of the festival, you folks are looking forward to, as we all are, to the 75th anniversary festival next summer. So we're obviously hoping for great things for that to come back next summer. So outside of work and the festival, I know that you're involved in the community in lots of other ways too. Obviously, we haven't said this, but we should, that you are a current member of the chamber board and you're running for re-election. So that's another way that you're involved in the community. But tell us a little bit about some other things that you do currently or have done in the past with just volunteering your time. So.
Well, I'd like to start with the fact that I am a current board member with 1 term under my belt, so to speak. Unfortunately, I was on the board. I started on the, only had a few months of doing things before the pandemic hit. I personally don't feel like, that I was doing as much as a chamber member as I would have been doing if things had been normal, so to speak, like attending ribbon cuttings, attending business after hours, our organized events. I mean, we just didn't get to have very many of those.
Right.
So, I mean, that, I mean, I'm not saying it was a little bit of a disappointment, but clearly, I know that the chamber has some wonderful things that we do as a group. And, I'm looking forward to trying another term and hopefully being elected to another term, because I'd like to be on the chamber board when some exciting
things are
things
good,
that I
right?
really can help with.
Right.
I mean, I feel like, what we've done as a chamber board is basically try to see where businesses have been during the pandemic and making sure that people know the chamber. I mean, it's been frankly a bit of a struggle, and I know obviously for you and the people that work at the chamber, and I hope and pray that that things improve and that we get back to doing some of the fun parts of this job. Absolutely. Instead of just drudging through different things, hoping that, we keep saying, well, I hope it gets better. I hope it gets better. Right. Well, I truly hope it gets better, and that we start getting to do the things that, I look forward to doing as a chamber board member.
Right. That's great. Well,
So I wanted to start with that.
yeah,
I also work, I'm on the board of directors for the Maine Sail and Steam Museum down at Sharp's Wharf. I've been on their board for about a year, and I really enjoy that. We're getting ready. You know, they have a beautiful little museum. It's not even a little museum. They have a
they're
beautiful
adding
museum
on.
down
Yeah.
there, and they do a whole lot of great things. They have a free summer sailing program for kids. I've really enjoyed working on that board. I'm also on the board of directors for Station Maine, which is another kids rowing program in Rockland. And I mean, I think anything that we can do to help the kids have more things to do in the area, I'm happy to be involved in. So those are some of the things that I'm very passionate, along with being, you know, I try to help out everything every organization that I can, but those are dear to me.
Sure, absolutely. So you alluded to this, and I was going to touch on this too, that it's not been necessarily an easy time to be a chamber board member over the last 3 years, right? So
No,
we've
not at all.
yeah. So I mean, with Zoom meetings aren't quite the same, obviously, as in person, and we haven't really been able to fully do a lot of the things that we like to do as a chamber. So you touched on this a little bit, but maybe expand on what are some of the things that you're hoping we can do as a chamber as you think about taking on a second term on the board here, or things that you'd like to see us get back to, or new things we could take on, that kind of thing?
Well, one thing that I had been looking forward to doing was working on things like the Chamber Gala, working on, I did get to work on an auction that we had, a live auction. I'm not so much, like you've been saying, the Zoom meetings and
Yeah, it's
the
tough.
auctions online are just not really my thing.
Yeah,
I like to talk to people in person, and I love to go to the business after hours. And because I do like to expand my base of meeting people,
sure.
and I have met so many people and contacts through the business after hours. So I mean, I like to do the events. I guess that's all I can
Yep.
say is I like to
Well,
work on the
that's,
events.
yeah,
And
that's a
that's what I'm
big
good
part
at.
of what the chamber does, is helps connect people together. So it's great.
I loved doing the business expo. You know, it was I mean, the way that you thought of putting it outside was great. So we didn't, we don't want to lose any money and
Yeah.
those kinds of
Well, and
things
we didn't
from
want to cancel it,
holding
right? I
events.
mean,
Right.
we haven't been able to have
Um,
one in a couple of years. So it was great that we were all able to find a
and
way
it's
to make it
fun.
happen. So
I mean, it's hard work to put events like that together, but that's kind of where my skill lies
right.
is
Yep.
being at events and
Right.
doing
Yep.
events,
Yep. That's
putting them
great.
together.
That's great. Super. Well, anything else that you want to touch on before we wrap up here? Anything you want to share with members, or?
Um, I mean, I hope that I would like to be reelected to the board. I would like to um have my next term be good, and I'd like to be more involved in things, and that's my plan. So hopefully I get the chance.
Super.
Thank you.
Thank you. Celia Knight from Knight Marine Service and the Maine Lobster Festival. Thank you for your willingness to serve again and for spending a few minutes with me today. So,
Awesome. Okay, thanks, Tom.
thanks. Bye-bye.